Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
Hi, I'm Jason Ross.
Oh, yeah, killing it.
It's freaking Friday.
Fucking Thursday. Fuck yeah, Thursday. Fucking Friday.
It is a happy Friday. It is a good Friday.
Yeah, there's a few people here today that haven't been able to check out a live show in a bit. I guess what is it, a long weekend or something? Because it seems like people are out and about.
So let's give a big old shout out to Audrey. We love her.
Yeah.
We care for her. She is here today in the chat, which is such a welcome. We've got Nicole.
Yeah.
We've got Nicole, who hasn't been able to check out a show in a long time. So welcome, friends. Happy Good Friday to everybody. Unless, you didn't get your booze before. So not so good Friday.
And Voodoo, where are you living? 7 a.m. What are you talking about? 7 a.m. waking up. Yeah. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Are these lyrics to a song that I'm missing? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Friday. He's getting it. You get it.
Gotcha. I got it.
Well, happy Friday, everyone. A couple of things, just some logistics as always off the top. I'm noticing that my mic has been a bit loud. So let me know if it's like way too loud, if it's coming in a little too hot. I tried to adjust it today, but you just never know.
Is it the mic or the personality? We're going to find out today.
It's certainly the personality. Hey, Claire, welcome to the chat. It's certainly the personality, but I also know that I'm given some extra gusto.
Tomato, potatoes, and oranges. Oranges and apples.
So we are here. I'm excited. It's Friday. This week has felt truly like a lifetime.
Well, you started on Monday thinking it was Wednesday, so it's got to have been a long week.
It's been a very long week, and I know that a lot of people are having some soft weeks this week. And Ontario is on their third lockdown. Yeah,
which is it's a good thing in a way.
Listen, I'm not one going, I'm done with, I'm all for locking down, getting right and tight. I'm all for it. But if your life isn't changing, then you're going, what are we doing? I wasn't getting my hair cut. I wasn't going to the mall.
Yeah. I drove down the street yesterday and saw a restaurant with a bunch of people inside, and I was like, without masks, obviously, because they're eating, but it was inside. It was an indoor restaurant, and it was open and going crazy, and I was like, wow.
I feel like if you're going into this lockdown and there are changes that you're feeling in your life, you need to put your hand up and you need to go to detention.
Maybe you're the reason we're going into a third lockdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the one thing, because I saw some people putting out that stuff about like, oh my God, it's a third lockdown. Like, it obviously doesn't, lockdowns obviously don't work. And I'm like, look, from going through it in Los Angeles, where it got hit very hard for a long time, so where people weren't paying attention to the lockdown, the successes the stuff you didn't see during those lockdowns and afterwards. We had people literally driving around in ambulances because they wouldn't take them to the hospital because the hospitals are overcrowded. Yeah. So even if you have a broken arm or you're having a heart attack, you can't go to the hospital. Yeah. But that's the kind of stuff that you don't see. So were these lockdowns successful? Probably, but you don't see it, so then it doesn't feel successful.
Exactly. Also, this is unrelated, but look at Jason and I matchy. We didn't do robes today. I guess we just felt that it wasn't.
We haven't for the last couple Fridays.
I know we got. You know what? Next Friday we really got to go big.
We got to bring cash back. Cash brings the vibe.
We bring cash back, and let's just forget our names by noon. You know what I mean? Let's just get wrecked.
Yeah. You know what? We might have to have one of those.
I know.
I don't think we've done a blowout Cash Friday in a long time.
We need to do a big blowout one. I think we need it. I think a lot of people, like Claire said, have said that this week was very weird, and I think that there's just something in the air. And
you know what else it could be? It's that time of year where spring is sprung, and the weather is getting nice in some places. You can feel spring,
but no one can bone.
Do anything about it.
You can't bone. You're just horny. You can't.
I wasn't going to Bone Town, but that's true too. We're salmon swimming upstream for why? We can't touch each other. What's happening? This is a lot of work to get upstream.
Imagine being a salmon who's like,
give me some of that. What's happening over here? Can't have any. What?
First of
Pandemic? Fuck what?
Someone thinking they're about to have sex saying, "Give me some of that," is nuts.
That's Terrence the Salmon that gets up there. He's like, fucking give me some of that. And everyone's like, no, get the hell out of here. But I made it up the stream like everyone else. That's what we're doing here, right? It's a fucking swingers club. Let's fucking rock.
I've been pushing my wife's face back this whole stream.
She's here. Tradesies.
Oh man, that would be. Remember, like when you were in school and you would trade snacks, and it's like you quickly learned the currency of the snack.
Yeah.
I think that's why I avoid swinging, because I don't know what my currency would be in the swap.
I'm well aware. I'm a
I
Tootsie
don't
Roll.
know.
Like, I'm a Tootsie Roll.
I think that you would have great currency in a swap situation.
Nope. Guaranteed I wouldn't. They'd be like, okay. Because Chris Evans is going to be there. Do you know what I mean? So you're like, okay, well, Chris Evans is here.
I've just put him at the front of my Peloton, and now it's like
Motivation.
it's a revived moderation. Audrey, you know your worth days. Thank you, Audrey, for coming in. This is why we miss her, because I'm taking these glasses off. I thought it would be a vibe, and I'm over it. How good is the back feeling, Jay?
I think, is that because it's bone time and I'm in a swingers club, and like, does that make the currency go up or down? I'll tell you this, to be honest, back feels great for the first time in a long time. I'm feeling good,
Really?
like for the last few weeks. Yep.
I'll tell you, my back is not great. I've tweaked it. I've got my little
Stacey.
Theragun on the back.
What's happening? Are you getting old? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm not looking great today. I'm looking at myself in the camera.
Everyone will debate that.
I had one of those weird mornings where I was like, I'm gonna get up and work out, and then I didn't, but I didn't shower. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, yeah. So I'm just in a weird zone.
Oh,
but-
you think I've showered? Do you think I've showered ever before this podcast? Never.
Yeah, but yours is like 9. Mine's
Yeah.
like noon. So I have the time to do it. But anyways, I'm repping an athletic shirt. And I also want to give a shout out to Stephanie, who sent us on our Instagram a bunch of shots of Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, it took me a while to warm up to the Evans, but I'm here and I'm loving it.
It was only a couple of weeks ago that we were not Chris Evans fans, and not that there was no reason to hate him or like put him down. It was just like Captain America seems like the most boring character in the franchise.
1,000%. And if you want to know more about that, you can listen to our conversation with the hunks, with Dana and Roy.
Mouth Beef that just came out.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah,
That's
comedy
huge.
album.
I know. We got to do one.
Well, we've been saying that for years.
Instead, we were like, do you want to do a multi-day podcast? We don't have time for a comedy album, but do you want to do this like 3 times a week?
A comedy album, because we've already got a ton of material, so it probably would have taken us like a good couple of weeks to have it completely done. But no, we'll just go for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And have nothing to sell on the other side of it.
Jameson wants to jump in and say his back is also on lockdown. Well, what'd you do? That's the question.
My back's great. But now that I've said that, like,
I don't believe you.
It
I
is.
don't believe you.
Look at us. I told
look
you,
at
man.
us matching
I'm doing
again.
slow Chloe Ting, and I'm biking like crazy. So it's like I'm doing all low impact. So I think the muscles are like, we got your back now. Or they're holding you up. Hold me up.
That's great.
This is a conversation for nobody, but my back's good.
Okay. That's fun. I will say this. This is, no one has asked for this, but I think I've realized my my like music necessity when working out, because
Okay.
I had a workout.
Is it Shania Twain?
Honestly, wouldn't hate. And she's just joined TikTok, by the way, and she's killing it. And the sex appeal is but through the roof.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I believe it.
Yeah.
Now that my dad knows that, he'll probably be on TikTok now.
What was with everyone's dad? Like, my dad used to be like, oh, my girlfriend's on the radio.
Yeah, that's who my dad walks to. That's why I say it. Like, if you see whose boots have my boots been under, that's where that came from. It's just like it's him singing along, walking on a treadmill.
I'm curious what people's music tastes are when they work out, because because I've been working out with some friends, but like that's been on like a week off. So I've just kind of been doing my own thing. And I need like sexy, sassy pop music to just really get me going. I had a workout yesterday and I like hit a personal best. Like I was out of control. No one could stop me.
What's song number 1 on sexy poppy music?
I'll bring it up. Like I'm telling you, it's like pop music.
Okay, you're gonna get us copyright stuff. So like,
no, I'm not gonna. Imagine I sang it, and not only did we not get copyrighted, we just got kicked off. They were like, "Ew, oh my god." No, like because I've done workouts with like metal or like rock or like 80s, and like I love all that.
Sure,
but there is something about just like a dirty ass pop song that gets me going in a way.
Of course.
Get out of here.
Because all they are is like they're made to like have a hook and like be poppy and energetic. So it's like, yeah, of course, it's just a feel good mood.
Claire is saying, depends on the workout. If I'm running, I need happy 70s upbeat music. Ooh. And if I'm doing weights, I also need sexy pop music.
I need examples. Like Megan Thee Stallion, says Alex, like then I get it. Like now I've got reference. That's detailed reference. Yeah.
That's a great one, Alex. And let's see. Ooh, Rob says, I love this from Rob. When I used to run, I listened to the Les Mis Broadway recording and pretended I was fighting in the French Revolution. And I love that.
Can you hear the beat?
I dreamed a dream of times gone by.
If you see somebody on a treadmill at your gym and his arms are doing the mayor, improvised mayor, that's Rob. You found Rob.
I love that with Rob. I also have friends that listen to like 80s music, like montage music.
Okay.
You know, Audrey's coming in.
That's poppy.
Audrey's coming with "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk
Daft
for
Punk,
Partners
yes.
app. Yeah.
Like Avicii Daft Punk kind of stuff is like easy to like.
This Jameson is not surprising. He listens to "You Make My Dreams Come True," Hall & Oates, but I'm not surprised.
No, but I don't mean by no. I mean like that. Yes, great song.
Yeah, but Jameson is a kind man. So
if I was doing that and I could still jog, I'd be jogging down the street waving at everybody. Like that's how I'd be doing it. You make my dream. Hey, Todd. Hey,
Penny Lane. When I think of you running, I think of like maybe Charlie's running, maybe potentially too close to the road, but you're not too concerned. But it's just a bit of a, better get him
on this side. Okay, dude.
Yeah. That is. I do think Jameson is just listening to that on repeat for a full hour. Okay, the Britney Spears discography. Okay, let me tell you.
We didn't get to your detail.
No, but this is all it. So first of all, Britney Spears. Okay. There is a Britney Spears ride. I think I'm going to do it again today, which is just incredible. That I love so much. Okay. I cannot. Okay, I'll just go through some of my songs. I'll share. I'm going to pull up my Peloton playlist because you can add songs when you like them. You just press.
I love it. It's like Spotify.
It goes to it goes to your Spotify.
Like I got my playlist. Yeah.
You and I cannot explain how we use Spotify because we want audiences to come and we want them to know that we know the internet.
Yeah, Spotify.
Okay, these are my latest. Okay, so first of all, a huge addition to my list is Little Mix.
Yep.
Little Mix, Dua Lipa. We need that. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's one. I got a Jolene, but it's called the Dumplin' Remix. The remix of Jolene. Are you kidding me?
I think that's great. I want to hear the remix though before I know.
Well, I can't. You know what I'll do?
No, you can't play it. Yeah.
No, but we can share. You can share playlists. So we'll start a regulars Spotify, and we'll put. You know what? I'll do a list. I'll do like my workout list.
We're gonna know
your workout list.
I guarantee you, like without everyone will know whose list is whose.
No,
wait a second.
What?
TV USA has a song.
He's a musician.
What?
Yeah.
I was watching them all last night. I had no idea.
PD's a musician. Yeah.
Of course he is.
Listen, a lot of people have been doing.
He'd be my dream boat. Like if that would be my crush. PD USA might be my crush.
Yeah, PD is attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, like the guy's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, totally. So we got Little Mix, tons of Little Mix. I'll be honest with you. We have Britney Spears. Oh my god, there's so much Britney Spears. I can't even deal with that. What else we got on here? We got some Miley Cyrus.
Okay. Yeah, you got pop. You've got pop going on.
Pony by Genuine.
I've seen a lot of Lizzo in the chat, obviously.
Tons of Lizzo. Lizzo's great. I've got, like I said, Genuine, Pony. That's a good, sexy little song.
That's a good, sexy song, but like running to
great,
that?
Spinning when you're on resistance and you're just like, you just got to keep going. Hell yeah, why not?
I don't know. I feel like the beat's too slow because I just be like pedaling like that. Boom.
Yeah, but when you're doing when you're doing high resistance,
I guess
so imagine going up the hardest hill on a bike.
Yeah, I do it. I don't go on, and not even in my living room. I do it in real life.
Right. Anyways,
I don't go up hard hills.
I just wish we live in the same town because truly the competitions we could do would be so funny.
We could do the competitions.
No.
Strava it up and let's go.
No, I would love for us to be like at the bottom of a hill together, knowing we have to go up it.
Sure.
That would make me laugh so much.
It would be a Patreon.
Yeah.
For sure. Patreon event. Literally just go up this hill.
Exactly.
So you guys are trying to sell your show here. What is it you guys do? Well, we both try to get up the hill. What hill? I don't know.
A hill.
Broadview and Danforth. We'll go up that one.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Why are you asking us so many questions? I don't want to be rude here, but Jameson just said running to Pony is the absolute opposite of running to Hall & Oates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree with that. But I wouldn't know what to do with my legs if I was running to Pony.
I think it shows the energy I'm bringing into spring and the energy Jameson is bringing into spring.
Stacy is taking her sexy time getting up that stream because she knows it's all good when she gets to the top. Damn.
Don't.
Doesn't even have to mention she's here. She just gets to the top and just knows I'm fine.
I light a cigarette at the top and I go, who's first? I got my punch card.
Stacy's what have you grown up from? Can't give it away to. I got my punch card.
No. Let's be real here. Still very much can't give it away. I don't think there was a point in time, even in my youth, where I was like, damn, I'm giving too much away. Save some mystery. Never. So Alex says, Stacy and Jason running up a hill to Do You Hear the People Sing? I love how Jenny throughout the chat has really been adding like a regular summer camp weekend, and she's adding to the programming as our podcast has gone on. Now,
I can't wait. I mean, this might be a 2022 thing because COVID is still here.
I would love if we did that. Yeah. If we just did like a weekend retreat. Yeah. Oh my God. It would be
great. It would be insane to just be like, great, let's go away and do this.
Jameson saying he thinks he could, he might not be able to run to Pony, but he thinks he could wash dishes to it. So there's that.
I want to walk by the outside window that looks in onto your sink when that's happening.
Yeah. A sensual
dishwash.
Especially if there's something like ketchup or something on the plate, like a mustard, and you're dancing to Pony. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
But I can tell that spring is here, even though I'm having a soft week, because I feel like
Pony.
I'm riding the Pony, but the windows are open and the music is on, which was always to me a sign of like spring, and like you're just kind of because in my house in the summer it was like we were always in the pool. We had like an above ground pool, but like we'd always have the stereo on in the house because people were in there. But it just seemed like an open.
I get that. Like I know like where we are, the seasons don't change much. But I opened the window today and I was like, spring. I could smell it. Like it opened up. I was like, oh yeah, feels good. Something's going on.
It feels great. Plants are
sending out pollen or something.
It's been, so that's at least been nice, but with the lockdown and everything, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I would rather just fully lock down.
Yeah.
Fully. Like, you know, I don't want to be able to go get a Nerf gun or like a flamingo pool floaty. I don't want that to be accessible to me. I want us to shut down so then we can live our lives.
Yeah.
Or if there's a beefy, wonderful man in Australia who wants to marry me, I will move. I will go. I will be with you for life. Please help me.
Because Australia's doing it right. I got you.
They're back. They're back. So
They've been back for a long time.
I know.
Yeah. I know.
So I'm going back. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it. Bud Light Limes. I've switched to that. Those aren't cutting it.
I don't touch beer anymore, and it's kind of weird. I'm dying for a beer. Maybe this weekend that's happening.
Why aren't you going to beer?
I don't know.
The calories?
Yes and no. There was like a weekend I just didn't have it in the house, and I was like, we're not going to rush out and to get it because whatever. I've been doing cocktails, and I'm like, okay, well, this is.
Oh, yeah. I don't have time for that. But I also bought some new shoes. Where am I going to wear them? For what? Some white Reeboks. Where am I going?
No, but now they'll stay white for a while, so that's great.
Yeah, white. I'm just looking at them over there, just white in the box. Yeah, so I feel like I've had a bit of a soft week where I'm like, what am I going to do with my life? What's going on? How can I proceed?
Yeah, because again, when spring comes in, like you normally just get this rejuvenation of like above and beyond the salmon swimming upstream. There's just something like work all of a sudden seems easier to go to, and you're just like charged. You're just charged up to do stuff, and like now we're charged up, and it's like I'm charged up to sit in my house and just dwell on like nothing's happening. So it's terrible.
Wait,
terrible.
Are you saying you don't feel charged?
I feel charged, but then you've got all this like, and then actually that's not true either because like I also don't have a ton of energy because you're just like your body's also like it's confused because there's nothing going on. And now we've been conditioned over a year that nothing's going on. And this isn't for everybody. I know there's still a ton of people actually going to work and stuff like that, but like mine's all been makeshift, get stuff ready to go for when this opens up, and it's like it's hard to keep pushing yourself through for that.
Well, I do want to pause that for a second, but I do want to continue that conversation. But I'm loving our chat because they're just talking about getting like fucking fully wasted. Like no one's like, hey, you know what's a fun cocktail? Like people are like, people are going like, do you want to get blown off your ass drunk? Okay, this is a huge question I have, and I'm almost embarrassed to ask this, but what is Pink Whitney? Because Jen's bringing it up, and she's going, I plan on getting crawl on the floor drunk. And Claire's coming in with, like, if you really want to get shit-faced, you got to mix that Pink Whitney with those Truly iced tea. So I have two questions.
Is Pink Whitney a wine?
What is Pink Whitney?
Okay.
Because I see it all the time. I think it's like a bar stool thing. And Truly, I thought was just soda water.
What do you mean by a bar stool thing?
You know Barstool?
No.
Sports? I think, did they come out with a booze? What's a Pink Whitney?
Oh, you mean like Barstool Sports came out with a drink. And it's
you just said what I just said.
No, yes, but... but I just said what you just said?
I hate you right now. That's a crime.
You hate me?
We can't argue when we're wearing the same shirt. This is like Family Feud style dressing. It looks like we're a family, and we're
true.
like,
if we showed up to a party and we're like, hey, what's going on? They'd be like, okay, guys, enough already. Like,
we love each other, Trevor.
Chill out.
We love each other, Trevor.
I didn't know you were going to wear that.
Me neither. This is crazy.
Fucking crazy.
We double down to everyone, like, don't talk to us about how we dress. And then privately, we're like, this is wild.
It's crazy, huh?
I just thought it was casual. I just didn't want to overthink.
I was going the other way. I thought that I'd try to dress up a little bit, put a cardigan on.
And I can tell. Well, you know what? I don't want to be too embarrassed, but my cardigan's in the car.
Holy fuck.
I know.
We should tell people, but I don't want to tell them because then they'll fucking get all...
And, you know. I feel like these aren't going to be our friends for life. Do you feel that?
Just so we know, I think we're getting some answers here.
Pink lemonade vodka.
That is 86%. Is that 86 proof or 86% alcohol? Because that's fucking nuts if it's 86% alcohol.
Wow. Damn. It's a collab with a vodka brand. See, I knew it. Barstool. I knew it. I can't mess with vodkas. I just can't mess with vodka.
My brother had one time, and he was like, It's like whatever proof. It was, I can't remember what it was. He goes, man, but you just take that cap off. If you poured the vodka into the cap, it would evaporate right away. Like that's how much alcohol it is. And I was like, is that good? He's like, I was drunk in no time. And I was like, this is when we were in college. So I'm like, that's a perfect time to have that vodka in your house.
This is my problem, is I have never liked the feeling of being drunk.
Well, depends on what you mean by that.
No,
like, of course,
okay.
we don't like the feeling of being too drunk.
No, too drunk. I like the feeling of being buzzed.
Yeah.
And then I like 60% of the feeling of like, this is such a good night. 60% of that. Okay?
I like 100% of that. But
no.
Then, yes, but half an hour later, that turns into like...
Yeah. This is that like... Can I just tell you something? Because I have always loved you, and we are not just friends; we're family to me. And then you get in the car. The second you get in the Uber, especially if like you have a partner, you're like, I drink too much. Then it becomes that.
I don't even say that. I just say, what was I talking about? Did I make fun of myself? Did I say too much?
I love hearing the cry in your voice. What did I say? Did I say too much?
I know we were talking. I know it was all positive stuff, but like, maybe it was too positive?
That's what I say every time. The problem when I get drunk is I become nice. I want everyone to start a small business. And then the next day I'm like, oh no, people know I'm nice. I'll be like, oh my God, do I have to message Christine? Because she was talking about her family. And then I started talking about my family. And I'm embarrassed. It's like when you just get nice.
Yeah. And Robbie's not wrong. It's like too drunk is fun if and only if everyone else is on the same level. And it's like, like when you go away for the weekend, maybe camping or to a cottage or something, but someone's like, I'm just going to not drink. And you're like, this is... Find your own tent, man. Like, I get that. I'm not trying to get you. Because you're on different levels. It's like, well,
no, that's not true. We have friends that do not drink, and they stay on the same level.
You're not wrong.
And
I think it's more like, the one guy, Kevin, will be like, well, I'm bringing fucking shrooms, dude. And you're like, okay, but you're going to be on a different level. Like, you're going to be on a different level.
Yes.
You're going to be doing things over there, and we're just going to be like, what's going on? And you're going to be like, that fire, man. Like,
here's the thing. But we have to look at the varying levels that make up a good party, right? Because your level is like the party
Jenny,
modifier.
script this down for the regulars retreat. Make sure.
Yeah, please write this down, Jenny. So Jason is like prank central, like he's going to keep the vibe right. What's the music? What's like the game? What's the joke? That's what you're going to do. But we can't have everyone at that level. That's too much.
That's
Not
true.
Everyone
If everybody's on the same level, then it's a screaming match of fun.
And
it actually sounds like a good time.
My level is like I'm a Pisces, right? So I can adapt. Is it like big time bits, funny haha joke level? Is it tarot card level? Is it real talk level? What's the level of the certain aspects of the party?
What I'm hearing is this for the retreat. It's going to be slow drinks during some of the day. Don't have to drink if you don't want to. There will be a drinking game at one point for those people that want to jump on the train and get the express route to like Party Town. At the end of the night, like we can have a cocktail station somewhere, but there's also beers at that cocktail station. Like,
yes, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so also, I am also this person at the party, Alex, who says I turn into an alcohol denier when I get too drunk, where she goes like, I'm not even drunk. Like I didn't even drink anything. Meanwhile, they're passed out on the sidewalk. That is me.
Because that's her telling that to an officer. Yeah.
That's me too. Like, I'll be like, Jay, can I tell you something? I'm not even drunk at this point. I'm not even drunk.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a car here. I have a car here. I could drive, no problem.
Okay. We need to work on that. That's not good enough to bring.
Do you know who I saw be a really good fake drunk last night? I watched the movie that you were talking about. I watched Bad Trip.
Oh, is it good? You
will not like that movie.
I knew that you needed to watch it first to tell me because I know that I won't like that movie.
I don't think you will.
Yes,
it's an interesting concept and like I
don't like
dumb
pranks.
and stupid and prank.
I don't like pranks.
What's that? It's like scare tactics. It's scare tactics with a narrative. So they set up a bunch of different things. So what it is, it seems like they didn't want to pay a bunch of actors for all these bigger scenes that have extras. So they're like, we'll just watch honest. I mean, that's not what they were actually thinking, but it's like you just watch honest people's reaction when shit gets fucked up, and you're like, oh, well, now we're just watching real people react to like this. Yeah. It's happening in a movie. So like the narrative's not super strong. The narrative actually follows Dumb and Dumber to a fucking T. Like he's just like, well, we'll do Dumb and Dumber. We'll go on a trip for a woman that obviously has no desire for us.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, no, not Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is actually a different character who plays the two people that are kind of chasing Harry and Lloyd in the first one. If there was an exact comparison, because it's even like at one point they break up and go their separate ways. They even come back and have the same joke and being like, just when I thought you couldn't fuck up anymore, you go and turn yourself into. Actually, it's amazing that you went and traded our van for a moped. It's the exact same thing. But
damn. But
still very funny. It is a good movie. I would recommend seeing it if you're not Stacey McGonigal.
Thank you for thinking of me. And there's a good person that plays drunk in it.
Well, there's a lot of times when they're like, there's a drugged scenario and a thing, and Eric Andre actually, it's just like, I'm like super believable. Like he does it really well. Of like. He's drunk or whatever. Yeah, I guess that's what
Jen's coming in and says, when I'm too drunk, I acknowledge and then disappear without telling anyone. I'm the person that says to everyone, so just to let you know, I'm very drunk and it is what it is. Then I will just wander away, usually go home or sit in a corner. I love that. I just love the agency in that.
I love / hate that. And sorry, Jen, but like, because I have friends that are like that. Stacey's kind of like that at some times.
Excuse me?
You've done that before. When I'm like, I look around the comedy bar and I'm like, did Stacey leave?
Yes.
Did she go home? And then it's like, yep, just like ghost, which is fair. It's a fair thing to do.
Because here's the thing. When I don't like to, when I become aware where I'm like, I'm too much. I gotta go. I know it's not a good scene. I don't need to be there. And I don't need to say goodbye to everybody. You have to say goodbye, and I
have to say goodbye as everybody else leaves. Because I'm there at the end.
Yeah.
And, you know who's the opposite of that? Who's total control and says bye to everybody in a nice way, but then leaves early is our own Adam Colley. He's
yes.
You'll never see him get his out of control. He said to me, he's like, I got out of control last night. I'm like, your out of control is like you told somebody that you appreciate their friendship. Like that's your out of control. Which is very fun. It's very fun to have these different levels of friends that are like.
Yeah. Right. Shayla says that she's the person who goes and gets the runner. I will tell you, that's not me. You want to go, you go. I can't handle it. When it becomes, when the party, when, the guitar comes out, I got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll stick around. I'm not an early leaver. I'm trying to be now. But I just love hanging out.
Like right now we're in a pandemic, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But like, I think I'm going to leave this pandemic a changed person. I'm going to be the one that actually now leaves.
You never will, Jay. You absolutely never will. There's absolutely no way. There's just absolutely no way. And I will tell you, no matter how much I care about you, I will leave, and I will never think of saying goodbye. I don't need to. Okay,
here's the thing. When I was in like my heyday of like being young and whatever, like going nuts drinking, which I don't know.
The heyday of you being young. Okay. I have some photos of you. Okay.
But I was going to say, like, because Alex has put out there, there's nothing worse than hungover you seen footage of drunk you. But like when I was going nuts, there wasn't a lot of cell phone camera stuff going on at the time. So like I never got to really see footage, and I'm okay with that. We never really watched the footage of us going absolutely nuts.
Never forget.
Never forget.
And this is me after a shot, okay? And this is me at a work event.
Wow. If you see all the other coworkers at that event, we're probably not far off that vibe. Although that's most, like, if you get those, if you have like an office job and then you go to a Christmas party, it's the same thing. That's not just like comedians and idiots going nuts. As soon as you open it up to like a holiday party, you'll see like Shannon from accounting being like, "Oh my God, you guys see Shannon that never talks to anybody?"
But you know what I hate?
She's dancing on the table over there. Like,
but what I hate is the next day when someone who looks like this goes, "Hey Shannon, heard you were dancing on the table last night."
Yeah, fuck you. Why didn't you even come, Gloria? Fuck off.
Fuck off, Gloria. What, did you take notes? We all had a good time. So just get out of here.
This is why I don't let loose, because then the next morning I'm going to come in and here listen to this bullshit. You guys think I don't have friends? You guys think I'm just an accountant and I go home dressed like this?
Why does that person always have to do that? I remember one day, I'm not proud of this moment by any means. We were all...
I like to talk about unproud moments. Let's go.
We were really drinking, and it was a big party at work at the SC. And this is when we had... anyways, we were out drinking in like... what a night. Couldn't tell you really what happened, okay? And the next day I had baseball.
Yeah.
Like when I was on the comedy team. And one
This
person...
isn't that long ago.
I mean, over 8 years ago. And I was playing baseball, so hungover, didn't want to be there. I just was like, I need a pound of wings. I need to be cured. This is bad.
Yeah.
And someone was like, wow, you were pretty wasted, huh? Like from the other team. And I went off. I was like, what the fuck's your problem? I'm like, what?
This is you at bat with a bat in your hand. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? What, are you obsessed with me? What, are you taking notes? Cried all the way home. Just so upset.
That person was Jameson Kramer.
And that person was Jameson Kramer. And he started singing Hall & Oates and just saying how he likes everyone and everything's great.
Making your dreams come true, yeah.
No, I just like... I mean, it was one of those like just huge bangers at work. Like it was just a big time party, and you know,
I was at like, because when you used to work in the industry that I worked in, they would throw like big parties, and they'd be like, because I was on the side where they're trying to like, they get you day drinks, they give you tickets to places and all this kind of stuff, and we went to this party for Sun Media. I don't know if I'm going to be spelling too many names. Sun Media is like the big...
you don't need to say...
what Sun Media is. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying too much. But like we were at this this party that they were throwing, and I got way too drunk immediately. And then the owner, like not the owner, but very high up person who was kind of like, he gave the speech or whatever that night on the stage at like, they were throwing it at Fez Batik, which is like a club. And then he got off stage, and then Glass Tiger got on stage and started singing.
Hell yeah.
And he's dancing. Yeah. This man, who's probably, I would guess, late 60s, is dancing with his wife. I knocked him and his wife to the ground to get on stage with Alan Frew. And I got on stage while they were singing Don't Forget Me while I'm gone to sing with Alan Frew.
Okay, first of all, that is Glass Tiger's rock bottom. That's a story they tell from a different perspective. This drunk guy got on and we just
ended up hanging out with him later on that night because apparently my direct boss went to high school with him. So then he stayed afterwards, and we were just kind of sitting around, and she was talking to him, and I was like, hey man, what's going on? Like, I don't remember the conversation at all, but I do remember knocking that man to the ground because then like months later, I got taken to a basketball game where you go in like those boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and it was I knew it was the Sun Media box, and I walked in, and that guy was there, and I was like,
I don't think he thought about it.
I knocked him and his wife in his 60s to the ground. Like he had to press his fucking like health alert button and be like, I've fallen and I can't get up. Like he had to do that. So like he gave me we never talked. I mean, there's like 16 people in this box, so it's like I never came close. I'll tell you this.
If someone knocked me over, I would never forget it. And their faces would be burned in my brain. I would never forget it. I would never forgive. And I would never forget. It would be impossible.
Of course. No, he remembered for sure. I think I got cut eye all that time, and then I just avoided him in the box.
I don't think I have glimmers of being like young and drunk, like my friend biking us home on an adult tricycle. We were on the back. I remember.
Adult tricycles?
Cool.
So did someone take that to the bar or something?
Yeah.
My trike's outside.
Yeah.
Is this Mark Andrada? Because Mark Andrada seems like he'd be cool enough to have an adult tricycle. He'd be like, yeah.
No, my friend just had an adult tricycle, and and really just drove us home. Drove us there, drove us home.
We are the night. Oh my God, it's never going to be like this again, guys. Woo!
No, I was never, I'll tell you this. I'm not even going to portray that I was cool. I don't like the night. I've never liked the night. I think the night is scary. I don't, like, you know, like when you're on a date and they're like, let me walk you home. Like it's, yeah, like it's not like a whimsical time for me. Like I'm just like, great, you need to walk me home. Because you're either walking me home or I'm running home. So either way, you know.
Well, it depends on how the date's going. You might be like, you're definitely not walking to my house. Like, I don't want you to know where I live.
Audrey knows that tricycle.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she knows. Oh yeah. Have you ever had that? I don't think I've ever had a date be like, can I walk you home? And I was like, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But again, like you're talking to someone who didn't date too much.
Yeah.
I don't really date that often.
Do you regret that?
No. I don't think so.
Really?
No, there's stuff like I'm curious on stuff like, and not curious to a point, but like I never dealt with like online dating and stuff. And I don't know that experience of like just running into a stranger and sitting at a table and seeing how that goes, which I'm like, that would be interesting to like, be like, oh yes, I don't know the feeling of you're meeting somebody at a designated area and being like, hi, I'm Jason. This is what I do. This is who I am. So it'd be interesting to experience that, but like, I don't miss that I never dated. That's not really.
I think that you would be really good at it.
I think I would want it to be fun. I guess the one time I did do that was kind of my wife. Like me and Jenny didn't know each other really well, and we went on like a date.
Audrey totally had this epic. I won't speak out of turn, but she had this just like really inspiring, where she was like, "I'm just gonna go out and meet people." And she did for like a full, what was it, summer? And it was incredible. But we all lived together. I lived for those stories. She gave everyone a chance. And I just think that's really nice.
Yeah, she seems like I mean, she's a teacher. She's developing children. It seems like she would give everybody a chance. She's that.
No, Audrey's very decisive, but I think she's like.
But
like
nice.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't know Audrey well. The times I have met her, she's been overly nice.
Don't you ever talk about Audrey.
Some of you have met Audrey on. If you're part of the Patreon, you would have met her we had her and Danny on. And it was great.
I just couldn't believe that you did that to have them on. But because I think that I often think that my first impressions instincts are usually they're often right, but I could have my mind changed.
But that's the whole thing. I think there's stuff that we don't want to admit to ourselves about love and attraction and everything. Like, I do believe most of us probably within that first 30 seconds goes, this isn't going to work, or
1,000%.
Oh my God, this is going to work. But then when you find out you're wrong because the other person said in their mind, they were like, this isn't going to work. That's when it would be devastating, I think.
Audrey, I do have a reputation as nice. Isn't that lovely? I don't if they were like, Stacey, you can ask this person and they'll tell you what your reputation is, I'd be like, I'm never gonna have that conversation. I can't. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
I think it's because you're well aware.
This is where I think online dating is a bit tough, right? Because the people I'm attracted to in my mind, where I'm like, this is the kind of guy I'm into, or this is the type of person I'm into. On online dating, you're kind of just looking for that. However, the people that I've dated for a long time, or like the most meaningful relationships I've had, are people like I would never have thought if I was just scanning through.
Yeah, I get that too, which is crazy because you're like, you'd think that there would be an attraction off the top, but sometimes it just bleeds into like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. And also it's like, for me,
Do you remember that moment when you're like, do I like him?
Yes.
What the fuck is happening? Why is
and
my
that
heart
happens
doing this?
Is my heart going,
oh my God, am I dying?
Peter Patter?
I think I have to go to the hospital.
Oh my God. I think I've gone full Peter Rabbit for this guy.
I'm Hall & Oatesing myself here. What the fuck is happening? Am I running right now?
We kissed and then Hall & Oates played, blaring from all the speakers of my heart. My arteries were going wild with the smooth sounding beats of Hall & Oates. Do you think you could have sex while Hall & Oates, You Made My Dreams Come True played? Do you think, honestly?
Yes, but could I be? Am I allowed to laugh during it? Like
No.
Playful times.
Ew. Don't ever say
times?
that to me again. Don't say playful times. That's disgusting. I can't. I'm upset. Don't ever say playful times.
Doesn't have to be all business, you know?
Listen, it's called 9 to 5 for a reason, okay? Sometimes it's got to be business time.
A kiss.
A kiss is different.
Sure.
A kiss. I also couldn't have sex to pony. I mean, that I would be like, we need to pause because
everything is Will Forte to me. Like that's like you cut the music away, and it's like the realness of actually the process of it is different.
Because I used to have like a bone jam in university, like, you know, like you set up your playlist.
Oh, is your bone?
For sure. Like, no, not like, okay, now we're gonna bone. Let's put the track on. Like, it was like a playlist of like, you know, because you know you're
Where did you come from? Cadillac Joe.
Cadillac Joe. Rosanna. Cotton Eye Joe. Keep up the face.
Cause I'm blue. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah.
Those were so.
Keep up with the beat.
Also, fuck Gen Z's trying to like come at millennials. Those were our jams. Like, of course we're fucked.
They're playing our song.
I'm gonna fuck tonight.
Where you come from, Cadillac Joe? Oh!
It started with Cadillac Joe, Cotton Eye Joe, and then Blue.
Is
and
it
then
Cotton Eye Joe?
Yes, isn't
Great.
it?
I don't know.
Cadillac Joe, I'm dead.
It is Cotton Eye Joe for sure.
I'm dead, Cadillac Joe. I'm dead. Hey DJ, play Cadillac Joe.
Just play Cadillac Joe. It's my fucking wedding, dude. It's my fucking wedding. I'm paying you as a DJ. Cadillac Joe.
The DJ's like, did you fall down? Did you fall down today, sir?
This is not a wedding. We're at a bar. Just play it. You know. Come on.
I can't. That music, like, we were screwed no matter what. That's why we're all divorced.
Yeah, it's like the end of a John Hughes movie way back in the day was like touching music, but then like the 90s came, we must have had like these ending scenes were like
90s was great because 90s was like sexy, like dark, romantic, you know. We had like, but
we had Calling Me Bad.
Yeah, we're like, I was so that university girl, like Counting Crows.
I wanna sex you up.
Counting Crows, Dave Matthews Band, Ray LaMontagne. Remember him?
I don't remember. I don't know that name.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so it was like Donovan, not Donovan. Oh, what am I thinking? I'll have to. I'll do a boner jam on the regulars too.
Voodoo Line's not wrong. Also, what is the bone rhythm of Cadillac Joe? Nobody's catching that timing. Oh god!
Don't try and do it, Jay, because I'll be very upset.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I just think you'd have to go to the emergency room if a couple were to maintain the rhythm of Cotton Eye Joe while boning, they would have to go to they'd have to go to the hospital.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Like, lyrics have like just somebody wrote that. Somebody sat there and was like, this is fucking sick.
So
dude.
this is what made me want to talk about music working out, because I looked up the lyrics to "Me Against the Music" by Britney Spears, and I want to read you some of these lyrics because "Me Against the Music." Okay, hold on. This is her a duet with Madonna. Okay. Okay, this is some of the worst lyrics. I love this song. It's a great workout jam. Okay, hold on. And no one cares. It's whipping my hair. It's pulling my waist. To hell with stairs. The sweat is dripping all over my face. And no one's there. I'm the only one dancing up in this place. Tonight I'm here. Feel the beat of the drum. Gotta get with that bass. What is she talking about?
Well, I think that's a Mad Lib, and there's words missing.
Me too.
I feel it's just like we wrote a story and then we took the middles of all the sentences out.
And then I'm up against the speaker trying to take on the music. It's like a competition. Me against the beat. I want to get in a zone. The
beat won. Like
the beat won, I guess. Yeah, what do you mean you're going to fight the beat? I don't understand. I don't know.
By the way, Jen says she's pretty sure she met a guy that tried to keep the Cadillac.
Oh, try to keep that beat? I think we all have. I think we all have. It's usually a guy who's not into labels. Kel no surprise. It's because he couldn't catch a label even if he tried.
We don't have to label this or anything. Yes, we do. We're coworkers, and I have no romantic feelings towards you whatsoever. Do I have to talk to HR? You can't talk to HR. No labels. I haven't put any labels on this whatsoever.
I don't want to label this. No, I do, and it's that I never want to speak to you again. And if you tell anyone, then I'll slap a label on it too. Sure. That you're a liar.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Cadillac Joe last night with Linda. Cadillac Joe. Ew, what?
Guys, my name's Joe. I bought a Cadillac. Guess what?
Oh
Just like the
God.
song. Just like the song, dudes. What song? Cadillac Joe.
It's okay. It is just kind of crazy to think that I for sure had serious sex with like Long December. And I was like, this is romance, baby.
Have you ever been in that like headspace that like a song hits and you're like, this is I need to hear it 100 times.
Yeah.
I did that once with, and I have to apologize to this lady. Because like I made her play this one song like literally 500 times.
Why?
And I was like,
what?
I don't know.
Where were you?
Just that drunk. Like back at her apartment, I was like, just play it again.
Jason.
Just play it again. It's so good. It's so good. And do you know what? I don't remember which song it was, but it was a Whitney Houston jam with like. When I say jam, it's because it wasn't. She was.
I get so emotional, baby.
No, she was on like, was it Wyclif's song? I think maybe, but like I think it's a Wycliffe song where she's in it.
And what do you mean?
Anyways,
like you kept telling her to play it.
Yeah, and I was just that drunk that you're just like.
Was it Okay, do you want me to play a little bit of it just to see if you get it? Okay.
For sure, it's it. If it's Wycliffe and Whitney Houston, then if that exists, then that's what it was.
Okay, you tell me. There's a stupid ad.
Oh, you're not on Spotify? You're on
Is it My Love Is Your Love, but with Wyclef Jean?
Maybe. Probably.
That is not where I thought that was going. Was it this?
Right now, put your hands together.
Well, we're going to get dinged. Hold on.
This is Whitney Houston. Yes,
Yeah.
massive.
This is it. Okay. It's just you could tell by them just saying their name. Do you remember that from the 90s where it was like, hey, I kind of miss that. Like, I used to be, this is the early 2000s
DMX.
too. Yeah, like, hey, this is Stacey McGonigal's in the house. Yeah, and B44's here too. And then like, you guys ever been in love and it didn't work out? Did it sound a little something like this?
Do you remember the SNL sketch where, because Fred Armisen is like an amazing musician and like in a really cool like
I
sort
love
of like
him.
subgenre out of like the Northwest.
Don't ever say subgenre out of the Northwest. Just tell us the story. It's ridiculous.
But like because it's a really like sort of like specific music that he was a part of a really cool scene that was going on like in the 90s and probably back in the 80s. But like he did that Saturday Night Live sketch where he was playing at his daughter's wedding. He's like, I just got to get the band back together. Like Dave Grohl was on it with them. And they just started doing like a punk rock song as old men. And they're like kicking over the tables and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, we're just getting the band back. I'm just so happy. It was amazing. You've got to watch it again because watch like Jason Sudeikis, like as one of the guys at the table.
Is he just laughing?
He's just like, I love this song. Like, he's just like, I love this fucking song.
I love Will Forte, and he is married, and that really makes me very sad.
That's fair. Yeah.
It makes me sad.
I know.
What could have been?
Yeah, I see. Here's the thing. Jen says, just say Seattle hipster. It's not. It was way before hipster. It was before hipster existed.
Jameson says, remember the effort back in the day when you had to make the CD? Is that what he called his boner jams? The CD? Hey, wait, babe, I got to go get the CD.
Hey, babe, you know what tonight is?
And there's a fruit salad on it. You know All right. All right. Are you aware of what today is? Okay.
Have we hit our limit today? Because people are just making plans for later on tonight now in our chat. They're just like, who's up for games night? Games night's happening tonight.
They're over our boner jam talk. They were just like, listen, we do not want to talk about these two losers having boner jams. And I started naming songs that I for sure boned to, but you didn't name a single song. And I'm
named the
upset.
Whitney Houston Wyclef one for sure.
You had sex to My Love Is Your Love?
I don't know if we got that far. Look, what I'm getting at is this. I don't know. Like, I don't have memories of like particular songs being a part of like.
That's so lame.
The setup.
That's
I don't
so
think I had a
lame.
Boner Jam CD.
That's so dumb that you didn't.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure. You need to make one.
Did you have a song where it was like, if it started playing, you and your partner were like out in public, but you'd look at each other and be like,
I have had.
Song. Like, know that's your Boner Jam song together? Why is that funny? That's like, I'm just asking, like, you play it often enough that it's like I know what's happening.
No,
like,
no, I've never had a boner jam with a partner where we knew that was the Bone Zone jam.
You say that like it's crazy, but you literally had your Boner Jam CD.
No,
so
I had Boner Jam playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a Boner
Jameson
Jam playlist.
had made a CD. Yeah.
He also offered tape.
Yeah.
But I had playlists, but I have had songs with partners where it's like the song that you dance in the kitchen to, or those little special songs. I've had those
dance
as well.
in the kitchen time?
Yes, back in the day.
That sounds like the most romantic time.
I mean, it truly was. I mean, if you don't dance in the living room or the kitchen with your partner, are you even doing it right?
That's crazy.
What do you
mean? I don't know if
mean?
I've ever done that.
What? I haven't done it with a lot of partners, but I feel like the ones that are like the big ones, for sure, that was always a part of it.
I think that with friends. Like, I've had parties when you're like, I don't mean like slow dances or like whatever. I mean, like, if you're at a party and you're comfortable enough with the people around you that everybody's just dancing and having a good time, you can look around and go, this is what life's supposed to be. Like, we're all connected to a point where we're comfortable enough that we're literally dancing in a house or in a backyard or something
totally
together,
but do you and your wife have a song? Yeah, what was your first dance?
Well, we had a few things that we agreed on pretty easily to like at the wedding, and we danced to I can't remember if it's Dallas Green or Color of Money.
Color. You danced to a song called "Color of Money."
No.
Oh.
What's his name? City and Color, not Color of Money.
Oh, Dallas Green.
Dallas Green, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, that is the Color of Money.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. But his song of like.
You can't even remember.
Well, I know how the song is. I don't know what the title of it is. But one of his songs, and then we liked Home at the time of our wedding.
Yep.
So that was. I think that's what we walked away from the aisle with, whatever that is. whatever that is when you walk back down.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Because we had the beautiful Jay McCarroll playing everything in our
Gorgeous.
wedding, which was amazing. That
Hold
guy's
my
the
hand.
best. And he's like up for so many awards this week. Like, let's give a big shout out to
Also,
Jay McCarroll. That guy's
can-
fucking best.
Can we give a big shout out to a lot of our friends who were just nominated for the Canadian Screen Awards?
Yeah.
Which is a huge, incredible honor. And Jay McCarroll, what a sweet treat of a man. Kiss me and hold my hand forever.
Yeah.
The wonderful Chris Siddiqui, Nigel Downer, Trisha Black. Who else was nominated? So many big pals.
Lots of people.
Yeah.
But I just mean like it was great seeing like Jay too, because I remember when he was like even with us on Tour and Co, and his thing was like his passion seemed to be for scoring movies. Like he just loved the idea of like what John Williams does, and I don't want to speak because maybe he doesn't like John Williams in particular, but like he loved that stuff, and now he's doing it, and I'm like, oh, this guy's like starting to live his dream, and that's fucking sick.
And his face is nice, and his body's great, and all of it just works together.
Like, we get it. He's a gorgeous man and like has everything. I don't know.
I mean, and if you don't watch Nirvana, the band, the show, I don't know what you're
you're
doing
out
with your lives. But I love how I've asked you what your boner jam was, and now we're talking about.
But that's what I'm getting to. Like, I don't know if I don't have like a one that it's in my memory.
Okay.
My memory sucks.
We're gonna do a Patreon episode, audio, where I'm gonna choose what I think you'll like as boner jams, and we're gonna find your boner jams.
Great.
And you have to think of boner jams for me, and you have to present your boner jams to me.
And they're jokes.
No, nope.
They're real.
They're real.
Okay, this is gonna be ridiculous.
Or I'll just bring you what I think are good boner jams, and you bring me what you think are good boner jams. Yeah. Spring has sprung, baby. What are you going to be? You're going to be a salmon going up a stream, getting there, and there's no one there? Or are you just, you know what I mean? We got to decide who we're going to, are we going to enter spring like Genuine Pony, or are we going to shake its hand like Hall & Oates?
Yeah, we're just going to get up to the top and be like, all right, let's do this point. Let's go. Give me some.
Okay, that salmon has a lot of water in its mouth, and it needs to clear it out. A boner jams exchange. Exactly. Yeah.
Audrey knows. Audrey gets it.
Jameson says, how do you turn off the joke brain in this scenario?
But that's probably been our problem a lot in life, Jameson. It's like
Jay, I really do wish everyone a kitchen dance scenario.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Like, if you haven't had a kitchen dance with your partner, maybe try it this weekend at some point.
Just
it should be.
try it.
I imagine it's something that should be spontaneous, but like, you know what? What happens if you just try a little bit? Put a little force in there.
I also like. I wonder about the question of spontaneous, because I don't actually think there's nothing really spontaneous. Really, what it is a partner
has made a choice.
And
then the other person who goes, whoa, this is spontaneous.
This is cool. Exactly. But, you know, when you see it, it's like, that seems so spontaneous. It's like, no, someone made the choice. Someone booked the Airbnb and they're having a weekend away.
Yeah.
And someone didn't know about the plan.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Jenny says, I'm going to have a kitchen dance today as well. And she says, and I'm alone. But can I just say this? Listen, open up the windows, throw in a jam. If you don't think that I was jamming out yesterday cleaning up my house in a sports bra and some high-waisted period underpants, you're dead wrong, because I absolutely was doing that.
If you don't think Jameson was washing the dishes to Pony, you're crazy.
And he didn't he turned off the joke in that scenario. It was dead serious. Megan says, my husband and I have dance-offs in the kitchen. We are the people on the dance floor first at weddings. I love those couples. Those are my most favorite.
Like, Megan, you could have a TikTok account with your husband, and everyone would go, "That's
so cute." You know what I honestly would do as a business, as we're heading to the end of the pod today. When this is over and we can be in crowds, honestly, I want to throw like monthly dances that are like, it's called the slow dance, because you never get to slow dance with anybody ever. Yeah. Like, you maybe get it at a wedding.
Of course.
And it's like slow dancing is like a big thing.
Best. It's the best.
Yes.
That's when it goes back to that, like, oh my goodness, is my heart Hall & Oates? What's happening here? Yeah, that's just slow dancing.
See, you're such a romantic. I feel like you need to give yourself the blessings of a kitchen dance.
Kitchen dance.
And I'll send you a couple songs because not all of them are like romantic, like "You're My Love Forever." Like you can get some bops in there. Dare I say, dip a toe?
Gotta have some beeps and some bops.
Yes, and dare I say, dip a toe in some Carly Rae Jepsen. She's fun. You can
Isn't
do, and
she
if you're
Fridays?
nervous, you can. No, how dare you
Who
disrespect
is
a
that
queen?
again? Who is that again?
When she's like, "I really, 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 really like you," Rebecca Black.
Oh, that was Fridays.
It's Friday, yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, great.
Honestly, if we could tour, we should do a regulars prom, as Jenny just brought up.
Yeah, that'd be great. And
Red's
you have to
prom.
dress like super formal, like it's
You have
a
to dress
prom.
nice.
Yeah, but like nice with like what you thought was nice when you were in grade 8.
No.
Like as if you
No.
were going to like.
No.
I think that'd be fun.
No, you can do that because you love a secret theme. But I think dress up however you feel. So if you want to go retro, go retro. You want to go current day, you go current day. Whatever makes you feel good. I'm definitely going to dip a toe in a high shoulder and a blue eyeshadow. No doubt about that.
Megan, bring your husband.
Megan, bring your husband.
We got to get people on the dance floor.
Yeah. I
you go.
would fully do a prom, but I want some slow dancing, and Jenny's into that. She's into that idea because there's never enough.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm in.
And I never get, like, I've dated people who, like, at those weddings were like, ugh, like roll their eyes at a slow dance. And I'm like, this cannot proceed.
Yeah.
This ain't going to work. That's your job,
Yeah.
is to slow dance with me.
This is why. Did you like? I never knew what they were until I was later on in life. I never heard of the term Sadie Hawkins dance. But like, were you into the Sadie Hawkins dance?
No, I wasn't into the Sadie Hawkins dance. Okay.
You get to make the choice.
You think a guy, I'm going to be like, hey, you want to, I can
Now
tell you
you
this
know how the
side.
guys feel, though. You know exactly. You think we don't feel the exact
Actually,
same way?
I had a really, like, not great experience asking a boy out to a dance. And he basically just said I was not attractive in many ways. And
Oh, I do
said,
remember that. But like,
Yeah.
okay, so then I got it wrong. So Sadie Hawkins dance isn't like once you're at the dance, girls can be like they're the ones that approach guys and be like, "Do you want to dance with me?" It's like they're asking you to as a date to the Sadie Hawkins dance. Is that what a Sadie Hawkins dance is?
A Sadie Hawkins dance, I think, is, an old gendered view of like, now the women ask.
Yeah.
I
But they
think-
don't ask you to dance. They ask you, you're going
Out.
to this dance with me.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, great.
Shayla says everyone thought that her husband was shy until he took off his suspenders on the dance floor. Hello.
Except she called it the D floor, which makes it 10 times better.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. So our prom would be like romancing each other in a respectful, consensual way. And we would definitely start it off with like,
Bring your partners. We're slow dance swinging. Let's go.
oh my God. I remember doing swing dancing in gym class, and they would be like, partner up. And this was,
Ooh.
so they said we all had to like, it was so stupid when you look back at it. It's like girls and guys have to partner. It's so dumb. I would have rather have done it with my girlfriends. And I got this like little man, and he was very small.
This is your nightmare. Mm-hmm. Because in swing
maybe
dance,
this
there's some picking up to do in swing dance. And
Yeah. And let me tell you, this is where it obviously began because it was clear he could not lift me. So guess who got lifted as a joke? I had to lift the guy.
So they're already going to gender what you have to do, and then they're going to make it funnier because they're going to flip it around and be like, the gender you're typically supposed to be, Stacey, you're going to be the other one. Great.
Yeah. Why are we swing dancing in a gym? I wish my parents asked.
To be honest, yeah, we never had that class, and I'm an idiot. I would have loved that class. I don't care about who I danced with, but I always wanted to learn how to swing dance. I was like, that seems like the funnest kind of dance.
No, I love to dance. First of all, I was a dancer. I did tap dancing and
We've seen the
jazz and
outfit.
ballet. We've seen the outfit. But I remember just that being really sad. Did you and Petit Jason do a high school gym class together? This was grade 8.
I was 36 at the time, so it was a bit weird, but yeah.
Do you think you could lift me?
Yes. Do I think that I physically, yes. But in reality, no. because you'd be like, the fuck, I'm not, I can't, I'm not, because as soon as you grunt at all, I'm out. Like
I will tell you, and we've said this story once, twice, thrice, and I will say it one more time. Back in the day when we were doing Second City together and we were doing this big improvised scene called Spanish Soap Opera, but we would at the end, Jan was like, remember when she pulled up that guy on stage and she like got him to lift her?
Oh yes.
And he was like, huge burly, like he was this big lumberjack.
He was a lumberjack, yeah.
He was like gorgeous, like, and he lifts Jan and then she looks at me and she goes, now lift her. And then this man lifted me and I was like, hee, like feet off the ground.
Backstage, just like, you guys were so happy. After that.
Yes. Oh my God. When he lifted me, I was just like, oh, it was just like a little baby.
Yeah, that happened. Anyways. It happened a couple of times when we were in there because we had there was a scene where we got people to take off shirts and we had this professional volleyball player come up from the audience and he took off a shirt and you could just see like all the ladies from the cast and the other guy that was not up on the stage pan out from the back and come and watch and be like,
well, that's like, I had a scene at Second City. Again, I was in my underwear, Kel No Surprise again. Obviously, I'm very much into that. And the scene was me trying to get on my husband's pants that were too small. And the house was on fire and and it was a big to-do. And I remember my castmate had been doing CrossFit and he took his shirt off. Like we were both kind of like disheveled. So he's putting on his shirt. And so I can't get on the pants. And he goes, well, take my shirt. And he tossed me the shirt. And I look over and I just notice his body for the first time is fully jacked now because
he was crazy because this cast member was like a little child just before that.
He's a very attractive guy.
In a good way. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Very attractive.
But he's like, he seems very young. Like if you met him, you'd be like, oh, you're very young. Maybe not now because like if he's jacked, he's jacked. But like,
no, but he had like full abs and I just went, what the fuck? I was like, oh my God. Anyways, we really did it, gang. I mean, listen.
We told all the secrets today.
There was a lot of pop culture I wanted to get to, and we didn't.
Some stories. One of them even sent to us by the wonderful Two Little Sammys. So,
damn, who is not in the chat today? So she is but missed. But I wanted to do a big pop culture rundown, and I have reached out to some pop culture experts. So that might be something that will be happening. Which, because there's a lot of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City news. Jen Shaw is being indicted for fraud on the federal level, which is massive. Demi Lovato has a documentary out on YouTube that is free if you would like to watch. And there's just so much news that we need to cover.
Yeah. And did you watch, I don't remember if we talked about this, did you watch 90s Kid?
No, what's that?
I can't remember saying her name. It's Soleil Moon Frye. Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
She put out a movie that goes in kind of takes a deep dive into like 90s characters. Like some people that you would have known from the 90s for sure.
Oh, no. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I will tell you, I finished Friday Night Lights.
Oh, man. I got to start it again. It's going to take a while to finish that.
I'm honestly down to start it with you. I'll do season 1 with you again. Happily.
Maybe we got to do it. Maybe we got to do that.
When?
Immediately, even.
Okay, what would be the day that we'd watch it every week?
Tuesday? I don't know.
I'd be willing to watch it with you and recap it because Texas Forever, I bawled my eyes out. Taylor Kitsch, yumyum.ca. I would swim upstream for that man. Yeah, so there's a lot that I'd like to debrief. So maybe we'll do that on Monday and do a big pop culture reset because there's a lot happening. Yeah, and Jameson wants to know what this episode will be titled. I'm thinking Boner Jams.
Yeah, that's great. Boner Jam CDs, yeah.
And we will set up a regular Spotify and put some of these Boner Jams together. So if you want to follow and get some inspiration for your own Boner Jams, that would be amazing. And I wish everyone a kitchen dance this weekend.
You know what I wish people this weekend?
What?
Thursday. Yeah. Thank God it's Thursday. Thursday. Fuck yeah, Thursday, baby. The fucking weekend's almost here. Yeah, fucking Thursday, baby.
I thought you were going to play the whole thing.
I was, but I'm like, that's
I
a
get
lot.
it.
I like the length of it, to be honest.
Me
that's
too.
part of what makes it so funny, but.
So everyone have the best weekend. If you liked this episode, give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, give us a little subscribe. We will be updating our Patreon. We have a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipe, do they say that?
Yep.
With that. So you can check it out. And if you've been wanting to dip a toe in the old Patreon, you can sign up and there's a bunch of content already there waiting for you. Anything else, Jay?
No, have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah, have a lovely, safe weekend. Enjoy the pink. I've already forgotten what it was called.
Pink Whitney.
Enjoy the pink Whitney, and we will see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.